Alright guys, so I've been making videos for a while, showcasing all my animals here on my Animal Adventure channel, and I'm always in a good mood, always having a good time, and there's a reason. It's because I have a secret, and it's as big as an elephant in the room, and I might have let it slip through a couple of videos, but I kind of wanted to showcase it in this video. And as a matter of fact, at my last reptile show, I went up to one of the ladies that was vending at a booth next to mine, and I said, "You wouldn't believe what's going on." I said, "You can make an incredible amount of money. You can make $1 million a year working just an hour a day." And she's like, "Oh yeah, all my kids know about it. All the kids between 10 and 15 years old, every single kid in the whole class, they all want to do the same thing, and that is make videos on YouTube." Okay, for me, when I first heard about how much money you could make on YouTube and how you could do it, I was blown away. And for me, it's almost like I've been doing animal adventures pretty much on my own up here, kind of isolated in the mountains, and I'm always kind of trying to think, how can I make this work? How can I share what I'm doing and make it profitable? And kind of the key to unlock everything was YouTube. it was pretty amazing. And ever since I started YouTube, it's like everything is falling together. And it's kind of the same, I would think, with whatever you're into. It doesn't necessarily have to be animal adventures. It can be anything out there, and I kind of like to give some of you budding YouTubers some ideas. Some people were thinking about doing a YouTube channel, and they didn't really know where to start and what kind of content to cover. So first you need some original content. You need some regular content on a daily basis. You need to put out daily videos every day, and it's kind of hard. Someone was asking me, well, what do you do with your snakes? Do you just say, yeah, the next day all the snakes grew another millimeter? I mean, you really have to be creative to come up with ideas, and with snakes it's pretty easy. Some things it might be difficult. I have a few ideas I can kind of throw off the top of my head. So some of you guys are really into sports. You guys are sports fanatics. I've been over to some of your houses at some parties, and you'll switch from golf to football to soccer, and let me tell you, you have a topic every day, something with sports. Just throw out a 5-minute video, and that's your channel right there, probably for the rest of your life. So here's another topic, cooking. I've seen a lot of cooking. I've also seen a lot of people crocheting, some close-up just on your hands. Don't even have to get in front of the camera. That's pretty interesting. A lot of gamers out there, people doing games, how to get through the game, how to hack it, how to get through easier. I've seen so many, and you just look at the YouTube channels out there, and that'll give you an idea of what you can do and what content to cover. So I've been doing it for a little bit, and I think some of the tricks that I've seen, you definitely want to put out a short little video once a day. And kind of the sweet spot, I think, is a 5 to 7 minute video is what I found. And I've seen some really successful people doing once a week, doing bigger productions, kind of like almost like a TV show production. But I think really, if you want the views and you want to really advance really quick, you really want to put out a daily video. So if you're wondering how much you can make on YouTube, pretty much the sky is the limit as far as what you can make. So I've seen pretty much so far on my channel, I'm making about $1 per year per subscriber. And I was kind of scratching my head thinking if it's really scalable, and I found out that it is. and you really have to watch out on some of your content. So the way YouTube kind of works is they don't constantly review all of your content, and sometimes they can review your content when it's too late, and you can get in trouble. And I was actually reading an article on the internet. There's a guy that had 2 teenage daughters, and he was putting him, it didn't really give details, but he said he was putting them in precarious situations, and I was thinking, well, maybe he's endangering their lives, or something like that. And he got to the point where he was making, he had 8.5 million subscribers. He was making $8.7 million a year, and YouTube stepped in, decided his content violated their policy, and deleted his channel. Can you imagine making $8 million a year and then having your channel deleted? That would be devastating. So really, if you're thinking about making a channel, you want to think about your content and make sure it complies with YouTube's policies. So another thing about making videos on YouTube, I would say it's kind of like going to speech class. Initially, I would say. And, everybody hates speech class because you have to get up in front of the class and give a speech. And everyone's kind of like the deer in the headlights. And let me tell you, if you look back at the first videos on any channel out there, it's pretty much the same way. Everyone's kind of fearful of the camera and getting in front. But what I like is I can come down here all alone in my basement. It's just me and the camera. And it's not really like talking in front of a crowd. You do get critiqued a lot on YouTube, so the critique comes later. But you really don't. If you put in enough videos, you kind of lose the stage fright, and it's just kind of you and the camera all alone. And some people just have one person filming, and you definitely get comfortable with it. And I would say, after the first 50 to 80 videos, you pretty much, you don't even think about you're talking to the whole world through the camera. It's a little bit different, I would say. It's at first, I'd say it's I think overall a little unsettling, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, and you get to the point where it's second nature. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do I get started, and how do I start making a lot of money? How to start making a lot of views? And when you start out, you're basically making zero money. You're not getting any views, 0 views, and really the key is to get a camera or a phone and just take a video and post it on YouTube. You go to YouTube, you make an account, you just sign up for an account, and you can post videos, and you just post video after video after video. And probably the easiest way to get views is to send an email to family and friends and say, hey, check out my YouTube channel. I started making YouTube videos. And that's where I think most people start. And the way I kind of advertise is, at the reptile shows, I hand out a lot of cards. I made some nice fancy cards for my YouTube channel, and I think that really goes a long way to generate a lot of views on my video. Okay, so I really wanted to get you motivated to start your own YouTube channel, to make some videos, to just start plugging away every day, just a little 5-minute, 7-minute video. And it could change your life, let me tell you. Even if you do it in your spare time, you keep your day job, and you just, keep plugging away, and things could really take off and go big time. But today, I'm in the middle of the breeding season for ball pythons, and I'm going to separate all my males from my females and set them up in their own tubs. And I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. So I have some of these empty tubs here, and what I did is I just kind of sprayed them down with a little bit of water, and I decided I'm going to separate my male desert ghost, pastel desert ghost here, and I'm getting ready to feed these guys too. So what I do is I just pull off the sticker, move them over, and it doesn't really matter what tub they go into. And then, let's see, I have this one, and my albino plaid and clown. So if they're stuck together, if they're copulating, I will definitely not separate them. And at this point, I would say they're probably probably not gonna be stuck together. They've been together for a couple days, but you never know. So that's my albino pied with my clown female. And let's see, what else do we have? So typically I put most of my males over in this rack, and all my females are over here. And let's see, my bamboo is definitely not, you can tell they're ready to be fed. But this is kind of the bulk of the labor during the breeding season here. And then I move the name tag, and then just kind of go through the rest. I'm actually going to have to grab my ladder for a couple of those. And let's see how the spider pie's doing with this het caramel. Well, let's see. These tails are almost together. But, yeah, I don't think... Yeah, they're not together. Alright. That's my spider pied, who barely fits in the tub. And my het caramel. Boy, this guy's really in there. And let's see. I'll have to grab my ladder for these other ones. So this one, I have my coral glow with my female. They're not together. He's like ready to eat a rat. Then I move their name tags. And let's see, we have one here. And I have the scaleless head male in here. Whew, yeah. Alright. That one. Can't forget the name tag. And I have one more male somewhere over here. And that is my fire pied with this normal. And they're kind of intertwined here. Alright. So that was basically it, the separation of my males from my females. And the next step is to feed them and then give them 3 days off and then continue the rotation. So thought I'd throw a little snake stuff in there right at the end, and hope you guys have fun creating videos, and I wish you success in your YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.